Okay, let's do this. So I'm going to give it a little moment while everybody hops on. I'm super excited to be here today. We're diving into the Take Home the Money Honey Masterclass. Happy Friday. I hope you're feeling amazing. As you're joining, say hello. Let me see who's here. Let me open the little chat bar so I can see everybody. Fabulous. Oh, my office is a bit of a mess, isn't it? I feel like I need to move things. Good morning. How are you all feeling? All right. Who's excited to dive into a bit of money mindset transformation? I'm certainly excited. I haven't actually done a live money mindset masterclass for quite a long time. So I really feel ready. I feel a desire to dive into this conversation because it is such a key conversation. It is a game changer for your business. It is the money mindset work that literally flicked the switch on me a number of years ago that allowed me to start really truly building my business and receiving with more ease. So I'm really excited to go through this with you today. I'm excited to dive in. I'm excited for you to really embody what I'm going to teach you today so you can start receiving with more ease, so you can begin taking home the money, honey. Okay, so those of you who are joining, good morning, good morning. Yay, so many of you here, amazing to see. Tell me, first question before we even get started is one word to sum up your current relationship with money. One word, type it in, please. Let me have a little look at what's here. That is our starting point for today. Ooh, we've got like tentative, needy, horrendous. Oh no, we need to change that. Awful. I better not say the next one out loud. Timid, negative, frightening. Sorry, excuse me, I kind of half need to cough. Anxious, poor, complicated. Can I check I'm coming up? It's Kayla. Yes, Kayla, I can see you, gorgeous. Different platforms, so I can see your names on this. Jan says good, amazing. Michelle says controlling, fearful, discomfort, scarce, skint. I have no relationship with money. Well, you do, it just might not be a very healthy one. Needy, turbulent, serious, risky, complicated, lack, needy. Oh my gosh, all of these things. So then, who's ready to start changing this for good? Who's ready to start actually receiving with more ease? Who's ready to feel safe and abundant and excited about the money that can flow in and out of your life, that can create beautiful experiences, that can literally allow you to unleash your most magical self into the world so that you feel more ease, you feel more flow, the scarcity, the fear, the doubt, the hard work, like we can release it. It doesn't need to have that big, tight grasp, that kind of chained, horrible feeling that some of you, I know from some of the words you just putting in, are currently feeling. So today, I've got a little bit of a sore eye today. It's been sore all morning. Today, we're going to take the first step to beginning to shift that relationship. We want to create ease, flow, abundance. But right now, for most people, that's not the reality. Let's talk for a minute about why that's not the reality. I'm not doing slides today. It's me talking to you. Chat bar's open. I can see your comments. I want you to respond. I want to be able to see what you're thinking as we do this. We're going to dive in. So if you haven't yet, grab yourself a pen and paper because you might well want to make notes as we go through this. We're going to be live for about an hour as usual for my masterclasses. We're going to be doing this together. There is a short visualization I'll be doing as part of this, but it's not going to take a long time for those of you who struggle with visualization. It will still do its magic, even if you struggle. And we've got lots that we're going to dive into and really start unraveling the discomfort, dis-ease that you might be currently experiencing with money in your life, and start flicking the switch on more flow and more abundance now. So here's where we want to start this conversation. We each have an internal money set point. We each have this little radar somewhere within our minds that says, this is my amount of money. This is the amount of money I receive monthly, and this is the amount of money I receive yearly. And that set point basically dictates the amount of money we have coming into our life and the amount of money we keep in our lives. So how much usually comes in on a monthly basis, and what number that bank balance kind of stays at. Obviously, it goes up and down as money comes in and bills go out, and so it will fluctuate a little bit, but it's within a parameter. So I want you to begin by thinking about, what's your current money set point? Is it £500 a month? Is it £1,000 a month? Is it £2,000 a month? Is it 4? Is it 5? Like, what's your current money set point? The amount that you know comes into your life every month and then kind of bounces around in your bank account and then disappears, and it all starts again, and it's just this cycle again and again and again and again. And what's crazy about our money set point is it almost is like, it doesn't matter what we do, we kind of stick at that number. Sometimes it'll go up a little bit, but not that long, and there we go back to our set point. And sometimes it goes down a little bit, Christmases, birthdays, holidays, but then it does come back up. And so it's a bit like, okay, like I'm not on zero again, like we've got a little bit there, but it just kind of bounces around this little set point. And it can feel like it doesn't matter what you do, how much you work, how much you save, how much, like whatever is going on in your life, it feels like this set point stays the same. Why is that? Well, it's because we do have a money set point. It's because we do actually all have a setting within us, which is our safe money number. It's the amount that we have been taught from childhood, that like, this is our money number. This is the amount that we can receive safely each month. This is part of our identity. This is our money number. And this money number is created from how we watch our parents experience money. So the amount of money they make and their relationship with money. It comes from what we're taught about money in school, in university, if you went to university. And then, of course, it comes from your experiences in your adult life. So it actually becomes totally entwined in our personality, in the way that we see ourselves. Oh, I'm the kind of person who earns this amount of money each month. And so without even realizing it, we have this inner dial, this inner set point that literally controls how much money you receive. How many of you know that that's true for you? And by the way, for some of you, that might mean that you're like constantly in the red. It might mean that you're constantly in negative numbers, and that's always been your experience. Yes, occasionally things happen that bounce it up for a little while or bounce it down for a little while, but generally, if you look back, and it might have slowly changed a little bit, you know, so if you've done a job where you slowly got a raise or things like that, but even if you got a job where you got a raise, did you find out that actually you still had no money at the end of the month? Like, the money just disappeared. You didn't even know where it went. It was just like, hang on a minute, I got a £500 raise. Wait, what's the word? I got a £500 raise this month, but where has it gone to? All to do with your money set point. So here's the thing. There are two ways that we can go about trying to change this. We can try and fight our internal money set point without even being aware of it, because most of us are totally oblivious to the fact that we have this money set point that is dictating the amount of money we receive and the amount of money that we have and experience in our lives. And so what most people do is they say, right, okay, come on, it's time to make more money. I desire more money. I deserve more money. I want to do all of these things. I want to go traveling. I want to have holidays. I want to leave the 9 to 5. I want to go and buy the clothes that I want. I want to give my child an incredible experience. I want to open this health center. I want to do all of these things. And so they think, right, I'm going to take some action. I'm going to sell this thing, or I'm going to work more hours, or I'm going to start my business, or I'm going to have a side hustle, or I'm going to do all of these things. And so you start putting in the work, and you work and you work. And to begin with, it feels really exciting because it's like, yeah, baby, I'm going to do this. And then the first month goes past, and the second month goes past. And then you start feeling a little bit like, hang on a minute. When am I going to see the money, honey? Because right now, I feel like I'm working really damn hard and seeing peanuts. How many of you have felt that, especially when you started your business, perhaps, that you had this great idea, that you dived in, that you were filled with enthusiasm and excitement and belief, and then it's like, slowly over time, it's like, but where's the money? Where's the money? I'm doing the damn work. Where's the money? The biggest thing that's stopping you from receiving that money is your internal money set point. So if you feel like you're working hard and going nowhere, the first point of call, the first thing we need to look at is your internal money set point. If you're the kind of person who works hard and you make the money, but then it just disappears, it's like, God damn it, where's it gone? I made the money, I saw it come into my bank account, and yet it's disappeared again. I'm broke at the end of the month again. I'm having to put things on the credit card again. It's because of your internal money set point. So when it comes to us building our dream businesses, when it comes to receiving more money, when it comes to actually seeing our bank accounts grow, when it comes to having the clients, the customers, the cash rolling in, we need to be doing two things. It's not just about working hard and hustling and staying in the same damn place. We need to change our relationship with money. We need to flick that switch on our internal money set point. We need to become the woman who has this level of business, and then we take aligned action. When you work from that perspective, it will transform the growth of your business. So, do strategies matter? Yes, you need strategies. Do you need to work on your business? Do you need to take action? Hell yes, of course you do. I fully believe in manifesting, but we support the manifesting process by taking the action. However, it's got to be aligned action. It's got to be action that comes from already being that version of ourselves who has a money set point that is higher. So at the end of the session today, we're going to do a little visualization around your money set point. But actually, I'm going to take you through a whole process today that's going to help you begin to shift your current money set point so that you can begin receiving with more ease inside of your business. How does that sound to you? Are you excited? Give me a little like, oh yes, Claire. If you're ready to do this, if you're ready to transform your money set point, and you realize, like, how many of you are thinking right now, like, holy shit, my money set point, like, this is part of the problem. This is perhaps the core of the problem, and all these things have been the symptoms and I didn't even realize it. And okay, like, how do I start to change this now? Okay, right, let me have a sip of my little Starbucks coffee and we will begin. Okay, so page 1 done. Question number 2, go for it, says Wendy. Question number 2, how would you like your relationship to money, with money, to look? What do you want your relationship with money to be like? How do you want to feel about money? What do you want to believe about money? And how do you want to experience money? Because this needs to be our starting point. Most people are having a difficult relationship with money. It's feeling icky, it's feeling desperate, it's feeling needy, it's not feeling good. It's like, where is the money, honey? I can't even see any of the damn stuff. And that's where the focus goes, because when we're in that headspace, we're constantly saying to ourselves, but I can't afford it. I don't have the money. Where is the next money come from? Don't open the bills. Don't look at the bank account. Put my head in the sand. I don't want to look at this. And by the way, I need to tell you, I have absolutely damn well been there myself. I was once, without a shadow of a doubt, the woman who was very good at putting everything on the credit card. I was very good at not opening the bills. I was very good at pretending it wasn't happening. I was very, very needy in that kind of like, oh, if I could just have a bit more money, then all my problems would be solved. Then I would be happy. Then I would be joyful. Then I would be free. Then I would be abundant. Then I would feel totally different about life. By the way, that's not true. We're going to talk about that in a moment. However, I didn't have a great relationship with money, but all my focus went into the negative side of that relationship. So we need to start flipping this. We need to start looking at, well, what is the relationship that we truly desire? How do we want to feel? What do we want to believe? And what do we want to experience? So I want you to start feeling into that for a moment. I actually wrote this literally just before I scribbled it out, so I hope I can read my own writing, because I can't always, to be honest. I write so fast, my writing's terrible. But I'm going to read this to you as an example, okay? And as I'm reading this example, I want you to feel into this for yourself. And I want you, this is one of your tasks for today. I want you to go and do this task. I want you to write it out fully. So I'm going to give you an example, because I want you to feel into how I feel about money now. This is how my own relationship with money has totally transformed over the years, from totally needy, totally desperate, really horrendous relationship with money, to one that feels in way more flow, way more abundance, has way more ease. Does that mean that I don't occasionally have a wobble? Of course I do. I'm human. Does it mean that occasionally I might fall out of my flow with it? Of course it does. I'm human. Does it mean that I can afford to do every single thing, like buy the house, buy the car, buy? No, of course not. Not yet. However, I think when you read this, you'll feel the energy shift. And this is what has allowed my own business to grow, my life to change. I mean, to make the bigger impact that I really wanted to be making. So here we go. I trust the flow of money in and out of my life. I know that I always have more than enough for my truly aligned desires. I feel abundant in my relationship with money and feel gratitude for all that it has allowed me to do and experience in life. I am a magnet for money. When I'm working in flow, I receive overflow with ease. I take care of money and money takes care of me. I now fully understand that the more money I make, the easier things can be and the more good I can do with my life. Every day, in every way, I'm grateful for the money that flows into my life, and I'm open to receiving more with ease, alignment, and grace. Okay, so it's just short, it's not long, but feel into the feeling of that. I trust the flow of money in and out of my life. I trust that I always have enough for my true desires. I feel abundant in my relationship with money and feel gratitude for all that it has allowed me to do and experience. I am a magnet for money when I'm working in flow. I receive with overflow, with ease. I take care of money and money takes care of me. I now fully understand that the more I make, the easier things can be and the more good I can do with my life. Every day, in every way, I'm grateful for the money that flows into my life, and I'm open to receiving even more with ease, alignment, and grace. So how do you want your relationship to be with money? How do you want to feel about it? What do you want to think about it? What is the experience you want to have daily with money? When a bill comes through your letterbox, do you want to take it and open it with that feeling of abundance inside of you? With that feeling of gratitude? Oh my gosh, like here's my energy bill. I am so grateful for the energy that I get to use with such abundance in my life. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for my mortgage that I get to pay to live in this gorgeous house that keeps me safe and secure and homes my family. Like, I'm so grateful for the money that comes in and goes out of my life. And in many ways, I'm even more grateful for the money that flows out of my life because of what it allows me to have and do and be and experience. Every single time I invest in myself, every single time I pay money out to whatever it may be, I'm so grateful that I get to do this, to experience this, and I feel so abundant in the fact that money is supporting me in such a beautiful way. Now, you might be thinking right now, well, that's okay for you, Claire, because it looks like you've sorted your business and you're making the money and you're doing those things. However, the secret to me getting to where I am in my business now was by doing this work at the beginning. It was by falling in love with money, feeling abundant with money, trusting the flow of money in and out, transforming my beliefs, changing my relationship, creating different experiences with money. It meant I had to relearn how to feel every time a bill came through the door, because I once was a person who would look at it and be like, where do I put this? And now it can come in and I can feel total abundance and total gratitude for everything that me paying that bill allows me to experience and have. Okay, so I really want you to begin in this place. I really want you to put some time aside today to write out the relationship that you want to have with money, how you want to feel, what you want to believe, what you want to experience around money. I'd say, you know, a page or two in your journal would be a beautiful start, but I want you to feel it from that place of total abundance, total overflow. You know that feeling when you're really thirsty? You've been on a long walk, or you've been for a run, or you've been in the bath, or you've been working and you realize you're like dying of thirst, and you go and you like pour a big glass of water and you gulp down that water, and it feels so abundant and so like refreshing and so like, oh, like thank goodness for all this abundance of water. And you like pour it. You know how sometimes like when you pour it because you're doing it quickly, all like it overflows everywhere, and like, whoa, abundance of water everywhere, right? We kind of want to feel like that about money, like, whoa, there's just an abundance of it everywhere, and yes, let me receive it with ease, let it quench my thirst, let it refresh me, let it flow through me. And when you drink that water, you're never like, no, can't go for a wee. I can't believe I said that out loud, but be in the moment with me here, right? You're not like, oh my god, I can't have a wee. I can't go to try. I've got to keep all of this precious water inside of me. I need to keep this water in my body because otherwise I'm going to have to drink more water. Like, no, we not in scarcity around drinking water and allowing it to flow and simply refilling our cup, right? Because we trust that there's always going to be enough water. We're lucky enough that we've got taps everywhere, bottles of water everywhere. We have an abundance of water here in our Western world. And so we are fine. We're like, you know what, just get the water, drink the water, gulp the water, spill a bit of water, it doesn't matter, leave the tap running, it's fine, there's an overflow of water, like we're all good. And then that water can be shifted and we'll allow more fluid, and it's just like, and it comes and it goes and it flows and it's beautiful, and there's always more than enough. Because that's our personal experience with water. But does everyone on this planet have that experience with water? Hell no. Some people have total scarcity around water. It's a tiny little bit. There's never enough. It's difficult to come across that water. They're going to experience it in a totally different way. And so we get to decide, certainly around money, how we want to experience this. We're lucky enough to live in a part of the world where there is an abundance of everything. But quite often we stop ourselves from fully receiving it. So I want you to start thinking about the flow of money, allowing the flow of money. That means it comes in and it comes out, it flows, it's supposed to, it's energy. Money is energy, and energy is supposed to flow and transform and transmute. And actually the biggest problem that we create with ourselves with money is when we try to hold on to it. If you try to hold on to the water in your body, you're going to get a water infection. If you try to hold on to the flow of money, you're going to get a bank infection. Oh my God, what am I talking about today? But are you getting this? Is it making sense? Right? Are we on the same page? So first step, I want you to really begin feeling into not your current relationship with money or how it has been, but what you truly desire. What is the relationship that you want to have with money? And start writing it out as if it is true. It's in overflow. It's in abundance. It comes in, it comes out. You are safe. You are secure no matter what. Like money works for you. You work for money. You honor it. You're grateful for it. You take care of each other. You're never in scarcity. Like you just trust that it's absolutely always there and there's always more than you possibly need. So this is step one, and this begins to loosen that little switch on our inner thermostat, on our inner set point with money. It begins to mean that, well, it's not quite so stuck anymore. So this is the beginning, because what we want to do is we want to flick that switch. We want to change our internal money setting. And so we need to do some internal work to get that switch moving again, because it's almost like it's got stuck at a set point and we need to be able to change it. Okay, so that's step one. Step two is we want to discover our magic money number. Now, just before I do this, I'm just going to turn my heater off because it's getting a bit hot in here. It's getting hot in here. Okay, so step two, discovering our magic money number. So from this place of being like, money just flows to me, it's beautiful, it's fabulous, then we want to find our magic money number from this energy, not from your day-to-day energy, not from your current money thermostat energy. So let's say you're currently making £1,000 a month. And so in that energy, in that old energy, like, well, I would like to make £2,000 a month, please. No, scrap that. From a place of flow, from a place of abundance, from a place of trusting that money flows with ease. What is your truly aligned magic money number? And we're going to come up with two numbers. We're going to come up with a magic money number for the month. What is the monthly magic money number for you? And what is the year's magic money number for you? And it will change, it will go up, it will grow. Because once we've changed your inner thermostat, your inner set point, we're going to keep on raising the roof, baby. So I want you to feel into your magic money number, not from a place of what you believe is possible, right? We are working energetically here. We are working with magic. We are working with the very essence of life. This is not about the, well, 2 + 2 = 4. No, screw that, because that's not how money works. Money is actually energetic. So that means that money can be exponential. It is abundant. It is never ending. Like it's in this flow. So when we're tapping into our magic money number, we need to be in the magic of it. So I want you to feel into, what is your magic money number? Just to tell you right now, my magic money number right now is 100K month and $1 million in a year. Like that's my set point right now. That's my magic money number. And I truly believe that we're going to be creating that. So what is yours? That's what I want to know. Type it in, own it. Do not, because I know what you're going to do. As you're feeling into the number, how many of you right now are like, oh, this is the number? And then the moment you think of a number, you go, oh, how am I going to achieve that? But to achieve that number, I'm going to have to make 10 million trillion sales. Or to achieve that number, I'm going to have to work 24/7 for the rest of my life. Or so do not get into the how. Drop the how. We are not working physically in this space. This is about activating your magic. Forget the how. I promise you, you know I'm a girl of strategy. Those of you who've done like work with me before, if you've been in my challenges, if you were in my challenge last week, you know I'm a girl of strategy. I'm a girl of magic. I'm a girl of strategy and I'm a girl of action. And I'm a girl of magic. Like we want both. Like true results come from both, but you don't want to be worrying about the how yet. We need to be operating in the magic for this part. So, okay, so we've got like 5K months, 10K months, 200K a year, 4K a month, 50K a year. Beautiful. These are more like it, right? When you look at these numbers, this is what absolutely, this is more like what they should be. 2 million. Yeah, baby. 250,000 magic money number for the year. I love it. Yes, yes, yes. 60,000 for the year, 5,000 a month, 8,000 a month. Beautiful, beautiful. 4,000 a month, 10,000 a month. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Now, I need to tell you this, and I need you to hear this. When I first did this work about 5 years ago, I did this. And I think that at the time, my magic money number was for the month, £10,000. And my magic number for the year was £100,000. And oh my gosh, it felt like a stretch. I was like, ah! And my head was going, but how? Because at the time I was probably making maybe 500, £1,000, and I was like, £10,000 a month. Ah! That would feel amazing. That would feel in flow. That would feel abundant, like all the things. Hell yes, a 6-figure business, making £100,000 a year. Like, oh my God, like, how incredible would that be? And then the other side of me was like, but it's impossible and it's so far, and who are you to do that? And it just won't work, Claire, and you'll have to work all the hours and every day. You'll have to neglect your children. You'll have to sell your soul to the devil himself. Well, here's the thing, and here's what I want you to know. Within 5 years, like, not only have I way surpassed that goal in my business, like, we're totally talking next level now. And 5 years ago, I didn't believe that I could do that. 5 years ago, I didn't believe that I could have a 6-figure business, let alone a multi-6-figure business, let alone a 7-figure business. I didn't believe that I could make 10K a month, let alone 50K a month. And yet here I am. And so I know that there's going to be lots of you who might have huge doubt, but you don't need to. Because I guarantee you, and I promise you, that if you do this work, if you do this inner alignment work, if you keep on stepping into this version of you, if you keep on activating your magic, if you keep on moving that inner set point of your relationship with money, if you show up in your business, if you take the action, if you do the things, and there's going to be things that feel scary, you are going to not just hit the goals that you've written down here for me, but you're going to absolutely surpass them. Without a shadow of a doubt, I know for sure that you can do this. And I know that because I did it myself. When I did not believe it, I did not know how. It felt like a million miles away from me. And I've also supported clients in doing it who felt exactly the same, and they've done it and they've smashed it. And you can too. And so these numbers that you're writing down, I want you to realize that these are real. I might be calling them a magic money number. What I mean by that is they're magic because they feel magical inside of you. But we can make these magical numbers real without a shadow of a doubt. So I want you to truly own these numbers that you've just put down. Your year magic number, your month magic number. Like, we are stepping into the energy of that. We are naming it. We are claiming it. We are owning it. We are deciding right now. Decide in your body. Feel that feeling inside of you that, hell yes, this is done. This is my magic money number, and I am ready to receive it with ease. Feel it, feel the certainty, feel the decision inside of you. It should feel strong, it should feel sure, it should feel like grounded, like hell yes, baby. Who is feeling that right now? Can you feel it? Because this is really important. You need to be able to feel this feeling inside of your body to be able to create it in reality. This is where it begins. It begins here, and it's deep and it's solid, and it's like a full orgasmic yes. Okay. Yes. Love these coming in. Right. So here's the bit we need to check in on. We need to check that this isn't an ego goal. Let me tell you what I mean by that. When I first started feeling that number, oh, if I could just make 10K. First, I had the excitement and they're like, yeah, maybe. And then I had oh, because then I would feel safe. Then I could just relax a little bit. Like, then I would feel successful. Then I would feel like I had a real business instead of feeling like I'm playing at it. Then I would feel like, yeah, maybe I am abundant with money. So it became almost like this magic pill, this kind of like, oh, well, when I have this, then I can experience that. When I have the 10K months, then I'll be successful. When I have the 10K months, then I'll be able to relax in my business. When I have the 10K months, then I'll feel safe. And we need to be careful around this, because what we need to do is we need to step into the holding that now. We want to let go of the, oh, if I have this money, then I can feel that way. It happens the opposite way around. I will feel this way now because then I will magnetize the money. Does this make sense? I will choose to feel safe and abundant and in flow and in gratitude and in overflow and in trust, because I know that when I embody all of that, we bring home the money, honey. Okay, you're already there. Yes, love it, Nicola. So then we need to look at the how. I actually look at this little picture that I drew for you. Like, this might make sense though, right? This is a picture that I drew for this part of the training. So we have letting go of the how with the artist Claire in the house. Letting go of the how. When we look from where we are right now in our business, when we are today, and we go, okay, I'm going to make whatever your magic money number was, 5K, 10K, 100 million K, whatever it might be. And we go, okay, how do I do that? When we look into the future and it's like, but how? What we're doing is we're taking that money goal, we're separating it from ourselves, and we're putting it all the way over there in the future. When we do that, what we're doing is we're dissociating with our ability to have that money now. We're saying, whoop, one day over there. And in order to get over there, I've got to do all of these little things. And then we get overwhelmed. Then we get into struggle and push, like the doubt comes in, blah, 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 blah. And we go back to our old money set point. So we don't want to do it that way. Yes, we need action. Yes, we need strategy, but we don't want to be focusing on the how. You might be thinking like, Claire, what the heck? That doesn't make sense. I'm going to explain it to you, so stick with me. What we want to be doing instead is we need to shift ourselves from the now to this place. I am the woman who, can't actually see that because I feel weird being sat not in the middle of my screen, but we shift ourselves to the point where we are receiving this money, where we are in total alignment, total overflow, total abundance with this money, where we're seeing the 10K, the 20K, the whatever K it is, like flowing into the bank account, where we feel successful and safe and all of these things. So we put ourselves in that point and we say, who am I as this woman? And as the woman who is making 100K a year, 200K a year, whatever it was that you popped into your box, how am I running my business? Okay, so I want you to feel into the energy of this. First, I want you to feel into, who are you as this woman? Who are you as the woman who is making consistent 10K months? Who are you as a woman who is making, like, the money is just flowing in? It feels aligned. It feels fabulous. You feel confident. You feel sure. Who are you? And I want you to type it in. I want to see it. Who are you as this woman? So go back to your magic money number. And as the woman who is receiving this money with ease, it is flowing in. Who are you? Confident, happy, generous, strong, satisfied. What else? What is different about your energy? How do you stand a little bit taller? How do you walk into a room? How do you go shopping? What is different about your standards? What are your expectations and how are those different? How do you maybe even treat people differently? There are a few things that I started doing over the last number of years that feel super abundant to me. I feel fantastic. So one, the first thing is, like, every single person who support, like, hairdresser, massage person, woman who does my nails, cleaner, all of these people, I give extra money to. I always tip them, always. Like, I give tips to everyone. And that for me feels abundant. I also have, this might sound a bit crazy, but I have like a stack of £10 notes in my car. And the reason that I have that stack of £10 notes in my car is because there's a route that I go on when I'm doing the food shopping. And there's always people who are homeless. And there's normally, like, at different points on this, like where there's these traffic lights and also near a little McDonald's, there's normally a homeless person who's there. And I always give them a £10 note. And when I give, it's different person, it's not the same person all the time, but I give them that £10 note, and you should see the gratitude of having that. And it makes me feel abundant. Like, it's proof that money flows. Like, I can give that to you, and whatever, and I don't care what they do with it, right? If they go and buy a bottle of whiskey, well, I hope they damn well enjoy that bottle of whiskey. If they go and buy a bottle of cigarettes, or if they go and buy drugs, I don't care. I'm giving in overflow, and I just hope that they enjoy it, even if they blast it in a minute. Like, I don't care about them doing something sensible with it. I just want to give it to them for the joy of it. And so these were some of the things that I realized were different about me, the version of me who was in overflow with money. The version of me who was in scarcity about money couldn't do that. The version of me who was in scarcity about money could only just afford to pay to have her nails done. The version of me who was in scarcity around money would look at the homeless person and be like, oh my God, I feel so, I so feel for them. But, like, I don't have any money, so I can't give you any money. Like, that was the version of me who was in scarcity. I realized that the version of me who had overflow with money, who was receiving with ease, well, these are the things that I would do. So these were some of the things that were different about me. I realized that the version of me who had money coming in had better boundaries in her life. I recognized that she valued herself a little bit more. I realized that the version of me who had this money was not willing to be like the maid to my husband and my kids. I realized, like, hell no, this family works together. Like, I'll do these jobs and you do these jobs, and you, like, this is joint, baby. Like, even last night I shouted my two boys down. I was like, boys, kitchen needs cleaning now, please. Dishwasher, worktop, clothes that have come out of the washing machine, like, let's get it sorted. And they did it because but me before that, I'd have done it all. I'd have been the person cleaning the kitchen and stacking the dishwasher and doing all of it, and then feeling like, oh, like, I'm so tired, and poor me, like, life is really hard, and everyone just wants me to do all of the things, and nothing gets done in this house if I don't do it. And like that was part of my story. I was like, I have to do everything or it doesn't get done. So there is a difference between the version of you who has experienced life in the now and the version of you who has abundance and trust and overflow with the money coming in. And the way that we create this is that we step into it now. So there's a really simple process. It's a 3-step process. And I want you to write this down. Step 1, we feel into the amount that we truly desire to receive. You've done that. You have your magic money number, your month, your year. So we've done process 1, step 1. Step 2, we claim that version of us now. We embody being that woman. We step into it in every way. That doesn't mean, by the way, oh, well, that version of me would have the Range Rover. and go and buy the Range Rover. No, not like that. Like, it's how you feel. It's what you experience. It's what you say to yourself. It's your boundaries. It's your expectations. It's the way you trust yourself, the way you treat yourself, that version. So it might be, well, no, I can't quite buy the Range Rover now, but what I can do is create a beautiful bath ritual every evening while the rest of my family do a few of the chores, and I honor myself. It could be, well, actually, I'm going to say yes to having that thing there that I truly want, rather than buying this stuff for the kids this time. Actually, it's my turn. It might be little things like that. It's not doing crazy things. And it's the energy of it. So 2, we claim that version of us now. We step into it. We practice embodying it daily. So that's step 2 of the process. And step 3 of the process is, from this place of already being the woman who has achieved this, who is already running the business at this level, then we simply ask ourselves, what is my aligned next step? What is my aligned next step? As this version of me, who has a £1 million business, who is making £100,000 a month, what's my aligned next step? What am I excited to create next? What am I excited to sell next? What support do I want to have in my business next? This is what we tune into. And this is the way that we get into alignment. We take action. Yes, the strategies will come in, because it might be, well, like, my next step is to find a strategy that feels really expansive around selling. My next step is to have support in my business. My next step is to set up a payment system so I can receive with more ease. My next step is to open a business bank account and get a credit card and make some of the investments that I need to grow my business. My next step is to put some boundaries in place and say, hey, kids, partner, like, this is the time that I'm working on my business. My next step might be to look after myself a bit more. I'm going to go for a 20-minute walk before I start work every day. Do you see? And the action, aligned action, comes from this place. So it's a simple 3-step process. My next step is to find the right mentor. My next step is to learn how to, like, use social media. My next step is to start a mailing list. My next step is to learn how to launch. My next step is to up my prices. My next step is to whatever it might be. So we step into the version of us, the woman who feels successful, owns the process, has support, invests in herself and her business. And I want you to ask yourself, again, I want you to write this question down, because I want you to journal on this later. This is going to give you more clarity. The woman who is already hitting your goal, the version of you who's already hitting your goal, how would she be running your business? So maybe she would, the version of you that feels successful, she would trust the process. She'd have support. She'd invest in herself and her business. She'd have clear boundaries. She'd honor her values. She'd charge appropriately. She'd enjoy showing up and talking and sharing with her audience. These are all some of those shifts and changes that might happen, but we need to do this. And this was part of the process. I'm sharing today everything that I did. This was what transformed my business. I decided what my magic money number was. I started stepping into that version of me. And then I asked myself, how would that version of me be running my business, would be running a successful business? And I came up with this list. I was like, right, I would have a mentor, a coach, I'd have support. I'd invest in the programs that's going to teach me how to do this. I'd get a VA to help me with some of the work in the background. I'd speak to my husband and have clear boundaries about when I work and when I don't. I'd speak to my kids and share with them my expectations. I would start taking better care of myself, like with my nightly bubble bath and my walks. I would listen every day to books that like lift me and fill me. I would journal every single day to keep on stepping into this version of me and these beliefs now. Michelle, that's not cool, by the way. Like, no one wants to join your group when you just say, will anyone join my group? Like, we need to, like, please think about what I'm teaching and the energy of this. It's really important. So this is what we do. Okay. Your task today, sorry, I pulled off course a little bit, but your task today is to go and do this. Your task today is to feel into who is this version of you, how is she living, and how is she running your business. Now, I want you to make a list for yourself, because it's about beginning to step into this right now, from a place of trust, from a place of flow, from a place of confidence, from a place of belief. One of the things I want you to be aware of as you go through this process is, have you noticed people who are born wealthy usually stay wealthy? Have you noticed that? Give me a little yes. Have you noticed? So often people who are born into a certain level stay in that level. Why do you think that is? Also, this is also linked to, you know, entrepreneurs who make the money, lose the money, make the money, lose the money. Those entrepreneurs that like win, crash, win, crash. This is also linked to them, by the way. And it's because of our set point, and it's because of our expectations. Our expectations. Wealthy people, wealthy women, we might as well go with wealthy women, live their life in a wealthy way. They expect money to flow. They invest, they say yes, they take care of themselves, they do all the things because money's just done. The money's just done, it's taken care of. And so it continues to show up in that way. Entrepreneurs, and you've probably heard all the stories of like, I became an entrepreneur and I made all of this money and then I lost all of this money and then I made all of this money and then I lost all this money. Guess why? Because they're fighting it. Because they desperately want all the money, and so they manage to do it. But then their set point, does their set point match? Hell no, it doesn't. It's down here, and so crash. They lose all the money, and they have to go through that a number of times until they work it out. So our expectations, our beliefs, what we think about makes all the difference here. So I want you to start thinking about and noticing, what is your self-talk around money? Do you say, oh, I can't afford it? Do you avoid the bills? Do you say to the kids, hey, not this week? Do you think money grows on trees? What does your behavior say about your relationship with money? What do you say to yourself in your head talk around money? We want to start becoming conscious of this. Like, we began a process today, which has basically flicked the switch on your reticular activating system, the part of your brain that finds whatever it asks you to find. So for example, you know, when you say, oh, don't find something pink in the room, usually people start noticing, oh, pink, 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 pink. Oh my God, there's a load of pink. Because we've said the word, we've activated our reticular activating system. We want to start activating it in a way that supports us. We want to start noticing where the money is as opposed to where it is not. So this is, we begin this process by embodying the woman who has this flow of money coming in. We naturally begin attracting more of it. So let's do the money thermostat little meditation. Are you ready for this? Who is ready to do it? The other thing is, I'm going to send you out. So those of you who are with me today, duh, you're all with me today. I'm going to send you out an extra meditation today as well. I'm going to send you out my rich woman meditation. It's a flipping awesome meditation. It's going to rewire you from the inside out. I would recommend listening to it once a day, every day, well, 10 times a day if you like, and it's going to help support the work that we've done today. This is a process. You're going to have to keep bringing yourself back. And the magic number is 51%. 51%. We're all human, right? We all make mistakes. We all have bad days. We all get tired. We all get overwhelmed. We get frustrated. Like, life happens. So our aim, our goal is to embody being the woman who 51% of the time, just over half of the time. And if we do that, then we're in the right direction. We're on the right tracks. Nikki, you love the meditation. Amazing. I love it. I remember you saying that to me before. So I'm going to send you out my Rich Woman meditation. I want you to start listening to this. We're about to do a money thermostat meditation. Now, quick disclaimer, not really disclaimer. I know some of you think you can't visualize. Visualization is not about visualizing. Your subconscious brain does this without you needing to do anything. So if when I'm speaking, when I'm doing this with you, if you can't see it, if you can't feel it, you know what? It actually doesn't matter at all, because your subconscious brain has already done it. Our subconscious brains are so incredible. Like, they've done the thing before we've even had time to think the thing. So just trust that this is happening on a deeper level and stay with it. Simply listen to my voice, allow it to happen. It's only a short one. It's a really simple one, but it's a super powerful one that you can keep on practicing yourself. Are you ready? Give me a little yes, and then let's do this. So, okay, get yourself comfortable. Take a deep breath in. Settle yourself down. I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose. I want you to let it fill your stomach area, so not up here, but this bit here. And then when you're ready, just sigh it out. And again, deep breath in. And when you're ready, just sigh it out. I'd like you to let your eyes gently close as you continue to focus on your breathing. Beautiful deep breaths in through your nose and then out through your mouth. And as you do this, you become more aware of your body. You notice any places of tension and you let it melt away. You notice any thoughts whizzing around your head and you simply let them go. You might feel the need to shrug, to let go, to blow any energy away that isn't serving you right now. And you allow yourself to gently settle into this space. And as you come into this space more deeply, in your mind's eye, a corridor begins to open up in front of you. You begin walking down this corridor, one step at a time. And as you walk along this corridor, at the end of the corridor, you see a lift. It might be a big, brand new, shiny lift, or it might be a bespoke, beautiful wooden lift, flower lift, anything that you truly desire to see and experience right now. You walk towards the lift. When you get to the lift, you reach out, you press a button, and the door pings open. You step inside of the lift and you look at the numbers and you notice there's a level 13. You reach out and you press level 13, the very top level, and the lift begins to move. It goes up and up and up and up. And as it gets higher and higher, you feel lighter and lighter and lighter. And when eventually the lift stops and the doors open up, you see in front of you a really interesting, busy control room. You step into this control room. It almost looks like a control room of NASA or something. There's screens everywhere. There's little people everywhere. And they all look different. And everyone seems to have a job. There's so much activity, so much happening. And you wonder for a moment, where is this place? And then you have the answer. This is the control room of your mind. This is the control room inside of your head. This is the place where all the teeny tiny little characters, all the people, all the things are busy, 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 doing everything that allows you to partake in your daily life. You begin walking through the control room and you see the different screens and the people tip-tapping away and the different papers. And then you notice in front of you 2 big windows. And you realize these are your eyes. And above your eyes above these big windows, you see this huge screen. And on one part of the screen, there's a thermometer. And above the thermometer, there's a pound sign or a dollar sign or a sign that represents money for you. And you look at this thermometer and you can see at the side of the thermometer, there's numbers. £100, 200, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, a million. And you take a look at where your current money setting is. You see that it's set right there at that place that you've been receiving money. Your normal old thermostat, your normal old setting. But as you look at it, you see a button beneath it. You reach out, you press the button. And as you press the button, you see the thermostat shift up. It goes higher. And as it goes higher, you feel a shift inside of your body. A little bit more abundance, a little bit more belief, a little bit more knowing. And you breathe deeply. And you feel excited because you realize that this is the first step to you transforming your life. You get to decide where you set your new money thermostat setting at. And so you press the button again and again and again, and you feel that feeling growing inside of you, the abundance, the freedom, the flow. Yes, it feels like a whole body, hell yes, inside of you. And you keep on pressing that button until that number sits at a place that feels really good for you. It feels abundant. It feels expansive, and you can literally feel the energy inside of your body whizzing around. You can feel the shift inside of you now. You are now this woman who receives this with ease. This is the business that you are building. As this woman who owns this business, what do you say to yourself? What do you think? What do you do? What is your next aligned action to take? Letting go of the how, letting go of the old scarce beliefs, and stepping again and again and again into this new set point. And with your head held high, feeling confident, feeling sure, feeling certain, you walk back through the control room and you notice all these little people like high-fiving, woohoo, high five, yay! They're celebrating, and you realize they're celebrating because of the change that you've just made. They're celebrating that today is the day of you stepping into a brand new reality for yourself. And you step back into that lift, you come back down to this level, you feel yourself come back inside of your body, you take a deep breath in. And with that breath, you feel the magic literally tingling through every single part of your being, and you know that you have got this. And so just wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, taking another breath in, opening your eyes, and coming back to the now. This is it, baby. You've got this. The beginning of your brand new life. Does the strategy matter? Hell yes, of course it does. Strategy makes our life easier. Does the action matter? Yes, but it's got to be aligned. But no matter what you're doing in your business, you take that action, you make those decisions as the woman with this new money setting, from this place of abundance, from this place of belief, and this will transform your reality. You are not just a little ship bobbing along on the ocean. You are the captain of your ship. You decide the life that you're creating for yourself, but you do it from the place of already being there, seeing yourself as the woman who. 2 things that I want to share before we leave this today. The first thing is, what's your biggest takeaway and have you enjoyed this? The second thing is, you probably know this right now, but I want to remind you and give you a little tap, because the doors are open to my Income and Impact Academy. This is a 6-month container to support you in being the woman who has the 10K a month business, being the woman who is receiving with ease, being the woman who has the aligned strategies and knows that she can absolutely do this. Early bird pricing ends tonight. So if you know you are the woman who, and you know that you're ready to step into this fully, and you want the support and you want the guidance and you want the strategy and you want to be reminded every single step of the way of how powerful you truly are, then this is the perfect fit for you. I'm going to pop in the link, have a look at the page. You've got 3 options on the page. You can pay in full, you can pay in installments, you can book a call. If you want to have a conversation around whether it's a fit for you, about how you can make it work, about whether you personally are going to be able to create this transformation in your business, book a call. Now is the time to join us. I can't wait for those of you who are ready to step into such a powerful container with me. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to transform your life. It's going to transform your business for good. We have some amazing women who've already said yes. They are in, they are ready to rock this. Are you going to join them? I hope that you've enjoyed this today. I'm sending so much love your way. Go back, do the meditation, keep checking in your personal money thermostat. Do the exercise that I told you about at the beginning. Like, who is this version of you and what is your relationship with money now that you've claimed this for yourself? And I will see you really soon. If you're currently in my pop-up Facebook group for the challenge, I would suggest that you join my big group. It's called She Impacts the World. Come and join me in there, because the pop-up group is going to be closing soon. Go and have an amazing Friday. Own your abundance, and I will see you really soon. Mwah. Sending so much love your way. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Enjoy this. Bye for now.